Today we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting fractions, but first let's look at the expectations for what you should do while you watch a video. Make sure that you are wearing your headphones and you're going to take notes as you watch. So make sure you're following along with your guided notes. If you miss something, if your mind wanders or you just don't understand, make sure you're rewinding and rewatching anything that you missed. And you're going to use your notes to go back over to help you with the practices if you get stuck. So adding fractions is a review skill. The algorithm, which is the process or a set of rules for adding and subtracting fractions, is this. First, you find the common denominator. Then you add or subtract just the numerators and you leave the denominator the same. At the end, check to see if you can simplify. So here's our first example. I have 3/5 plus 7/10 minus 1/2. And as we know from PEMDAS, we'll go from the left to the right. So I first need to find my common denominator. I like to start out with just rewriting my fractions. And I have 5, 10, and 2. I know that both 5 and 2 go into 10, so my common denominator is 10. If you struggle finding the common denominator, you should go to the Google form to ask me for help. Remember, you can find the Google form going to Schoology. Click on the help request form. You can click on continue to get right there. And then go through the steps, put your email and your name in. And then what kind of help you need? You need help with the lesson that you're on. But make sure that you have done these things. So check with your notes. This isn't in the notes, so you'll skip that. It's not in the lesson video. So you should have already asked your group for help. And then it says, what lesson are you working on? If you look at your notes, it's at the top of your notes. Oh, it's not. I will be fixing that. So it's lesson 0.1. So you put in the lesson you need, and then what's your specific question? In this case, your specific question would be how to find common denominator using multiplication chart. And I don't care about spelling, but you can fix it very quickly. And then keep going until you submit the form. But I know that my common denominator is 10. So I'm going to make all of my denominators 10. And then how do I get from 5 to 10? I'm going to do times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 2 is 6. And how do I get from 10 to 10? I don't have to do anything. So I leave my 7 the same. And how do I get from 2 to 10? I do times 5. So I multiply the numerator by 5 also. So 1 times 5 is 5. Now I'm ready to add and subtract the numerators. So I go from left to right. 6 plus 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 6 plus 7 will get me 13 tenths. And then 13 tenths minus 5 tenths. So 13 minus 5, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. That will give me 8 tenths. But then I need to simplify, and I know that I can divide both 8 and 10 by 2. Remember, to simplify, you divide by something, the same number, and that will turn into 4 over 5, and that cannot be simplified anymore. Here's our next example. 5, 6 minus what equals 1/2. So this one's tricky because we're looking for what we subtract, but we're still going to do the same thing we did before. 5 minus something equals, we need to find our common denominator, which common denominator between 6 and 2 is 6 because 2 will go into 6. My denominator for each thing will be 6. How do I turn 6 into 6? I don't need to, so I keep my numerator the same. So 5, 6 minus how many 6 will be, how do I get from 2 to 6? I do 2 times 3 to get to 6. So I multiply the numerator by the same thing, and I get 3, 6. So my question is, 5, 6 minus what is 3, 6? So 5 minus what number is 3? And that's going to be 2. So my answer here is 2/6, but that will simplify. I can divide both by 2 to get 1/3. Now, I would like you to try the last example on your own, and you're going to be going through it step by step with the Edpuzzle video. So the Edpuzzle video will help you as you go. Good luck.